got you, you better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son. I'm telling you.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Bob Arum, he gives a pretty serious update when it comes to mediations between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder for the third fight. Bob, he did an interview with Barbershop Conversations. It was a pretty long interview, but I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip of what Bob said about the mediation situation. Check it out, guys, and I'm gonna give you my take.
How's the mediation between Wilder Fury 3?
You know, it's there is no mediation. I mean, there has been. Over Christmas and New Year, there was mediation. I don't know. Maybe the mediator will be able to solve the situation. But, you know, we got a real problem because Tyson Fury has said to me and to the mediator that not today, not tomorrow, and not ever would he ever fight Wilder after what Wilder said to him. He regards it as a slur not only against him, but against the Gypsy Nation.
And when was this conversation? When was this conversation?
Yeah. When was the conversation?
Yeah.
It was, he talked with Weinstein a couple of weeks ago and with me over the weekend.
Okay.
I mean, within a day or so. Yeah, I mean, a few days, you know.
So is he willing to release the belt? The WBC belt?
Why would he have to release the belt?
I'm just because of I'm just saying if the mediation goes in favor of Wilder, in your opinion, do you think
he has to decide whether he wants to defy any kind of order. I mean, you know, I don't want to get into legalities, but the idea of anybody stopping the Fury Joshua fight just can't happen. And the belts aren't. I mean, the WBC belt isn't an issue.
Okay, so you heard Bob say they have a big problem because Tyson Fury has made it very clear that he has no intentions of ever fighting Deontay Wilder again. And according to Bob Arum, Tyson doesn't want to give Wilder another fight because of what he said about gypsies, and on top of that, because Deontay Wilder accused Tyson Fury of cheating. Now, either Tyson Fury, he doesn't know this, or he just doesn't care. But you can't break a contract because someone hurt your feelings. I mean, it's really crazy when you think about it, because if someone offended you and you took something that they said extremely personal, wouldn't that make the average person really want to go in the ring and hurt them badly? Because this is the whole reason why Deontay Wilder really, really wants to get Tyson Fury in the ring a third time rather than just suing him and running off with a bag of money. He wants to get him back in the ring because of what Tyson Fury did, because Tyson Fury cheated. But then when it comes to Tyson, he's using someone offending him, offending his culture, as Bob Arum put it. He's using that as a reason not to fight Deontay Wilder. I mean, what would you do if you was out on the streets or you was at a club, a bar, you were somewhere, you over here hanging out with your girl, and some man starts throwing racial slurs at you? He starts saying some really disrespectful things to you. Are you going to say, you know what, man, because that's so offensive what you just said about my culture, that's the only reason I'm not going to fight you? Now, if you would have said something nice to me, I would have beat your ass. But since you want to talk about my mama, you want to talk about my race and my culture, ain't no way I'm fighting you now. Does that make any sense, guys? Of course it doesn't. And this is just adding insult to injury, because when it comes to Tyson Fury, This is the same man that was pissed off at Anthony Joshua and was basically criticizing him for showing up at a Black Lives Matter rally. While all of these black people were getting murdered by the cops and the whole world was supporting Black Lives Matter. You had Tyson Fury, who deliberately put on a Gypsies Lives Matter shirt on his trainer, and then he even attended a rally where some gypsies had protested about someone who they said got kicked out of a club because he was a gypsy. And they're comparing that to unarmed black people being murdered by the police. So clearly he didn't care about the black people getting murdered because, like I said, he had his trainer put on this gypsy shirt. But if he cared anything about Black lives, then in return, he would have put on a Black Lives Matter shirt since he had his trainer put on a Gypsy Live shirt on. Once again, especially considering the fact that his trainer is black. I also remember when Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury were promoting their rematch, where they were doing their face-off. And Deontay Wilder was basically talking about the strength that he gets from his ancestral roots. And Tyson Fury, he starts saying, "Oh, I don't believe any of that. I don't believe any of that. And because you said that, you're really going to get your ass whooped." So once again, he was telling Deontay Wilder, "I don't give a damn about your culture or your history," right? But now he wants to use culture as an excuse for why he doesn't want to honor a contract. I mean, what's next, guys? Is Tyson Fury going to say he's not fighting Wilder because Wilder said something about vegans and now Tyson Fury is a vegan and he ain't going to stand for it? This is getting ridiculous. Guys, it's not a coincidence that Tyson Fury admitted that Deontay Wilder is still more dangerous than an Anthony Joshua fight, and now he just decides he's no longer going to fight the most dangerous fighter in the heavyweight division again. So you guys now going to jump on Tyson Fury, tell him to stop crying, stop playing the race card, stop playing the slur card? Of course you're not. Something else Bob said that was interesting, because I have been telling you guys for weeks that there's a very good chance that when it comes to the rematch clause, if Tyson Fury breaks the clause, then he will probably have to give up the belt. But according to what Bob just said, he said the WBC belt is not an issue. And then he says, "I don't want to go into all the legalities of the situation," but that tells me that the WBC belt wasn't really a main factor when it came to what's at stake, when it comes to what Tyson could possibly lose, when it comes to this arbitration case. It sounds to me like Tyson Fury, he stands to lose a lot more than just the belt. Tyson Fury stands to lose a lot of money if he loses this case. He stands to lose a lot of money, guys, if they rule in Wilder's favor when it comes to this case. So the question is, if Tyson Fury told the Mediator, "I will never fight this man again, never ever," if he said this to the Mediator, why are they still in mediations? And it's clearly because Tyson Fury is finding out it's a lot harder than he thought it would be. He probably thought he could just say, "I'm never fighting this guy," and the problem would be over. But the fact that they're still in mediations tells us that they have a big problem, as Bob Arum put it. It's not going to be that easy, guys. I mean, there's still a good chance that Tyson Fury will do whatever it takes to make the Anthony Joshua fight, but the question is, at what cost? Tyson, he doesn't understand, or maybe he understands now, that if he doesn't give Deontay Wilder that third fight that Deontay Wilder desperately wants, Wilder is going to be Tyson Fury's biggest nightmare outside of the ring. Let's see how it all plays out. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. Make sure you go ahead and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. Listen, I'm telling you guys right now, in the world that we live in today, one of the most important things in life to have is a good lawyer. And I can vouch for this one right here, because this brother is my personal lawyer. So if you need any type of legal representation, if you need legal advice, if you're having problems on YouTube, on your regular job, or whatever it is, contact lawyer, mediator, and business consultant Issa Israel's law firm. I've been knowing this man for a while, and he has been a true blessing to me. I'm telling you, he's affordable, he will work with you, but most importantly, he's not gonna just treat you like a customer. He will have your best interest. So to get in contact with him, go to iilawfirm.com or consultsglobal.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.